author Xuemo, okay? So I'm so happy you're here with me today, okay? Whether you're here from US, Europe, Mexico, South America, Southeast Asia, or anywhere else around the world, I'm so happy you're here with me today. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. This channel is dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. So no matter where you are joining from, I hope you can feel a sense of peace, inspiration, and connection in this little corner of internet. So let's talk about who is Mr. Xuemo and why should you care about Mr. Xuemo's works. Xuemo is one of the most prolific and inspiring authors from Western China. And his stories bridge Eastern wisdom and universal human emotions, offering readers around the world around deep insight and timeless inspiration. So if you love meaningful stories, profound thoughts, and beautifully written books, you're absolutely in the right place. Reading is not only about getting knowledge, it's a way to nourish the soul, to remember who we are, and to discover peace and clarity. So don't just scroll past, my friend. Hit the follow button and subscribe our channel and stay with us. If you have any questions, just send me the message and start the conversations. So let's continue to talk about the book about our author Xuemo, okay? So that book is a touching stories. The most touching stories are written by our author Xuemo, okay? The book title as The Eternal Love. Eternal Love. This book is a spiritual journey through illness, letters, and redemptions. And this book is the new release. It's a new release in the health and the spiritual and the spirituality. Okay, so let's continue to talk about the book about Mr. Xuemo. Okay, Mr. Xuemo's novel Into the Desert won the New York City Big Book Award 2024 for the female fictions and the Independent Press Award 2024 for the literary fictions Into the Desert. And also, okay, I just got a news about our author's works was translated by Holt Gopala and Sibyl Ring. Into the Desert, another book is Out of the Desert, Out of the Deserts. So also, Mr. Xuemo's novel Causes of Kingdom of Xixia has won the New York City Big Book Award 2024 for world literature. Hi, Farman All. Okay, Ali, nice to meet you. Ali, nice to meet you. Hello, Ali, nice to meet you. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Today, I'm going to share you a book written by Chinese author Xuemo. That's a touching story written by our author Xuemo. So this book is about the testament to faith, hope, and redemption. Eternal Love is the first volume of the redemption charities, and it's deeply moving novel about end of life companionship through 34 exchange letters. And the book recreates the heartfelt dialogue between a tongue cancer patient, Yato, and her mentor Guru Xue in the form of letters and diary. She confides in him, revealing her struggle and the moment of awakening as she faced the greatest challenges of her life. Under Guru Xue's compassionate care and spiritual guidance. Hi, Kite, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Okay, Kite, nice to meet you. Okay, welcome to our live stream. This is Louis from Western China. Nice to meet you, my friend. So let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, under Guru Xue's compassionate care. Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. So you mean the forbidden ghost on the okay? You want to talk about that? Hi. So some people just calling me, okay? Just some people just calling me, okay? So you also want to talk about yeah, I'm great. How about you? How about you, my friend? How about you? How about you, Kite? Hi, Art. Nice to meet you. So Art J7J. Okay, nice to meet you. Hello, this is Louis from Western China. So I'm here to share you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo, Eternal Love. It's about a dying lady who got a tongue cancer, and the doctor says she only have 2 or 3 months left to live. But under the guidance by our author Xuemo, she lived for more 4 years. Yeah. Okay, due to notification system. Okay, okay, got that, got that. Yeah. So okay, Art, nice to meet you. Okay, nice to meet you. This is Louis from Western China. And then the dying lady, under the guidance by our author Xuemo, she lived for more 4 years. Although her body was in agony, but her mind was peaceful. Okay. Let's continue to talk about the book, okay? So, under the guidance by our author Xuemo, under the spiritual guidance by our author Xuemo, Yato courageously confront her illness and refused to surrender to fear and despair, and ultimately found the self-redemption. Okay, some critics has drawn parallels between our author Xuemo's Eternal Love and Alice Walker's masterpiece, The Color Purple, noting their shared exploration of the fundamental themes such as life, death, and spiritual redemptions. Okay, so let's start with a story that stayed with me for years, my friend. Yeah, a story about a woman. We will call her Yato. Okay, we will call her Yato. Do you know what's the meaning of Yato in Chinese? Yato in Chinese, it means, okay, shadow. Yeah, the religions. Uh, okay, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. Actually, a lot of culture. We didn't talk about the religions right here. We talked about the culture, and the cultures can make us feel kind and better. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about yato, okay? So what is the meaning of yatos in Chinese? It means girl in Chinese. A lot of Chinese parents, a lot of Chinese parents, they will call their daughter as yato. No, no, okay, no. Shadow realm, okay, is that for what? Some kind of culture, okay, different culture force the kids into relationship. That's your opinion, okay? That's your opinion, my friend. Shadow, okay? Shadow, yeah, sometimes some kind of cultures just do the things like that, okay? But I'm here to share you the book written by our author Xuemo, and this book is about novel. The novel, how the lady got how a dying lady transformed the fear into the inner peace, into the inner balance. Okay, so when you read our author Xuemo's book, maybe your opinions is a little. You can take another different opinions from this book. Okay, Eternal Love, written by our author Xuemo. So a lot of Chinese parents we call their doctor as Yato. Uh, yeah, maybe, yeah. So okay, Yenel, okay, yeah, maybe. So some of my friend told to me that okay, so yeah, maybe I don't know that. I don't know that, yeah. So let's talk about the book today, okay? Eternal Love, Eternal Love. And also the Yato, the main character of Yato in this book, a name that carried the warmth and familiarity, just as Yato did. Okay, so Yato was 28 years old. Yato was 28 years old when the light threw her the cruelest cover, a terminal illness. Yeah. Before that, she was an outstanding magazine editor. Yeah. Sharp and driven at the peak of her career. She was just like any other accomplished professional you might know, rushing between the meetings and refining campaigns and chasing the next big achievement. And there's nothing out of the ordinary about Yato until the illness turned her world upside down. What happened next? There was nothing sort of as extraordinary. Yato faced her illness with a resilience and bravery that most of us can barely fathom, all while choosing to live joyfully. Yeah, yeah, you're right. The mental peace and for the why and for the show's piece. So that's the eternal love. The eternal, but our author Shima write the eternal love just for all the people who was in their tough periods in their life. Okay, so what happened next after she diagnosed by the doctor, the main character Yato is diagnosed by the doctor that's gonna come cancer, and was nothing sort of extraordinary or as extraordinary about her. She faced her illness with the resilience and bravery that most of us can barely fathom, all while choosing to live joyfully. So if you met Yato in the street, the main character of Yato in Eternal Love, yeah, so you'd never guess the agony was enduring. Not for a single moment, not for a single moment will her smile give away the pain that conceals her. Whether she was awake or drifting into fulfilled sleep, even the simplest and most mundane tasks, for example, sipping the water, brushing her teeth, and taking a bite of food, felt like touches to Yato. Yeah. And Yato has a melody and beautiful voice. Okay, but she couldn't speak a single word. The pen robbed Yato of that too. Yet whenever someone looked at Yato, they can saw a calm, serene, peaceful face as if nothing was wrong with her. Okay, and nothing was wrong with her. And here is the most inspiring part. Even in Yato's darkest moment, her heart was always turned towards others. Yato compiled the books that offer comfort and wisdom to those in need. And she did a lot of things just to help the people around him, around her. For example, in Yato's last 4 years, she read the books. She read the book written by Chinese author Xuemo, and she also taken notes while she was reading. And then after 4 years later, she added one book, Exceptional Kunis, but written by Chinese author Xuemo and added by Yato. And this book is about the golden sentence from our author Xuemo's works. So if some people are taking the metro, are taking the bus, or taking the taxi, so you can take this small book for read, okay? The golden sentence from our autonomous work. For example, the Lumina Muhammadja, okay, here you can see the titles right here. The Lumina Muhammadja and the Lumina design the life and death. Okay, the Lumina Muhammadja essential training for our mind, and also the Holy Man and the Spirit Woman and the causes of Xixia kingdom. Okay, and also let's see, and also okay, a lot of golden sentences are from the Lumina Muhammadja. Yeah, okay, and reclaim the throne of your heart right here. Yeah, all the golden sentence from this book. You can read the book added by the main character of Yato. Yeah, written by Chinese author Xuemo. Okay, hi, Mara, nice to meet you. You mean that how many people are there in our academy? You mean Xuemo Academy? Hi. Hi, Xingche, nice to meet you. So it's about 20 20 members are right here. 20 members are right here. Okay, hi, nice to meet you. Garcia, Sydney Garcia, okay? Sydney Garcia, nice to meet you. Garcia, nice to meet you. So let's continue to talk about the book, okay? Eternal Love. Okay, welcome to our live stream. This is Louis from Western China. I'm here to sharing you, okay? Uh, no, actually, only about we have 4 English live streamer right here. So one is Wendy, another is Joanna. Okay. Wow, that's great. That's great. Okay, congratulations. So how can you survive the cancer? How can you survive the cancer? Okay, can you share me some experience? Okay, so and Wendy, Joanna, and Jen and me are take the English live sessions right here, and then Wendy is go to Singapore. Okay, from yesterday, and then Joanna asked for day off. Maybe only 2 people are right here for these 2 weeks. Okay, for these 2 weeks. Yeah, Sydney Chad, okay, nice to meet you. Okay, wow, I'm so happy to hear about that. Okay, hi, my friend. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Yeah, this is Louis from Western China. I'm here to sharing you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo. And this channel is dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. So, as far as you know, Mr. Xuemo's work has been Mr. Xuemo has been written more than 80 titles with over 300 editions and translated into more than 27 languages. Yeah. So this is the most touching novels written by Chinese author Xuemo. It's about a dying person who transcended her destiny. Okay. The doctor says she only have 2 or 3 months left to read, but under the guidance by our author Xuemo, she lived for more 4 years. Yeah. So during her last 4 years, wow, that's great. So okay, you just believe the God, that's why I survived the cancer. So that's great, that's great. So first you have the faith, and actually sometimes we have to, okay, the faith can give you the inner peace, the inner peace of and the inner balance. Okay, that's very important for us to survive the cancer. So a lot of people when they got the cancer, they're so afraid. Compared that to Yato's cousin. Yato's cousin also got the stomach cancer, and then he was so fear and he jumped off the building. Okay, so 2 people the same diagnosis, what the totally different ending. Why? Do you know why? And Yato, the main character of Yato in Eternal Love, she didn't find death. She lived with death. She didn't find the fear. She lived with the fear. Okay, she lived with the cancer. And under the guidance by our author Xuemo, she got her faith, and then she got the inner balance. Okay, so the Yatos lived for more 4 years. Yeah, can you imagine that? As a tongue cancer patient, she cannot eat the food. She cannot eat the food. So when she was eating the food, that's like churches for her. If that's the churches for her. So one of my friend right here, she told me the story about Yato. She take care of Yatos for about 4 years. Okay, and then we know that I'm going to share you some experience. Okay, not to make you feel sad. Okay, just sharing you the methods uh, in this book. Okay, so when Yato was can you imagine that Yato's tongue was breathing, okay, and her tongue was totally broken, yeah, and then when she was eating something, that is the torture for her. For example, when she was drinking a small cup of water, so it would took her about half an hour to drink the water, and then for us, maybe 1 or 2 minutes that's enough. Okay, and when Yato were eating the porridges, it would took her about 2 hours. Yeah. So for the ordinary people, when we drink the porridges, maybe just 5 or 10 minutes, that's enough. Yeah. So I also have this kind of experience when I got a toothache. A toothache. So when I got a toothache, I didn't want to eat anything, but I have to work. I have to work. So I have to eat something. So we have to stay in the emptiness stage of our mind, and then just see the pan, and then when we eat the food. So last month I got a toothache. I didn't want to eat anything, but I have to eat because I know that if I didn't eat, so if okay, I didn't have any power to do the jobs. Okay, so I have to eat when even though my teeth was so hurt for me. And also recently, one of my friend in the academy, she also got a toothache, and and can you imagine that? Sometimes she ate the food, she ate the lunch, and she ate the dinner so quick. And then now when she was eating the lunch, it would took her about more than half an hour. More than half an hour. Yeah. So so I take a joke with her. I take a joke with her. So you have to thank that toothache for your life. That you can feel when you are getting old, when you're getting old enough and then you have no tears. So how can you eat the food? How can you eat the food? So can you imagine that he poured the steamed bread in the porridge in the soup and just drink that, drink the porridges. Yeah, when she got the toothache, I remember the last time. Okay, when I got the toothache, I didn't want to eat anything just because when I buy a food, that's the tortures for me. And for Yato, it's also when she's eating the food, that's tortures for her. Yeah. Um, as far as you know, Yato's tongue was totally broken. When she was eating, and then sometimes her tongue was breathing. Her tongue was breathing. Yeah, can you imagine that? And and sometimes the rotten meat of her tongue was okay. Hi, John. Nice to meet you. I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that. So that's not my business. Okay, that's not my business. Yeah. Okay, that's not my business. That's the business of President C. The President C. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about that. Okay, John, hi. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe our channel. So we are here to talking about the literature and the cultures in our live sessions. Okay, so this channel is dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book Eternal Love. Okay, and then Yato, she do a lot of kind things around her. Hi, know your creator. Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Okay. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Okay. So you're from Bangladesh. Okay, nice to meet you. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're Muslim. Yeah, are you a Muslim creator? Not your creator. Are you a Muslim? Yeah, that's great. The Muslim is a very great religions. Yeah. Okay, the Quran. Okay, I'm going to share you a story about last year and when our audition was invited to take the Francophone Book Fair. So our autism tape, maybe that is the most beautiful, that's the most beautiful grant on the book fair. So that's the book sample. Yeah, that's the book sample. And our author Xuemo sent one of my friends to take the suture, the grant. And then she go to the book fair, the book stand. Okay, she opened is open the book and touch the book and then ask the people how much does it cost, and then and then and then the publisher said that this book is not for sale. It's not for sale. So just for exhibitions. Okay. So and then our author Xuemo feel disappointed to my friend, and our author Xuemo go directly to the book stand by himself, and our author Xuemo just go there, show a very respected to the book, show the very respected to the publisher, and then our author Xuemo said that so I'm a writer. I'm a writer from China, Western China. So I love this book so much. I love this book so much. I also do the research at the ground. So can you send the book? So can you send the book for me? Can you send the book for me? And the publisher saw our author so love the books, and then our author and the publisher sell the books to our author in a big discount. Yeah. So and our author got maybe that is the most beautiful ground in the world. Okay, last year in the Frankfurt Book Fair. Yeah, now it's in the library of our author upstairs. Upstairs. Yeah. Okay, know your creation. My friend, even new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel, okay? So let's continue to talk about the book, okay? The eternal love, the eternal love, the eternal love, yeah? Okay, during Yato's last 4 years, she did a lot of things just to have the people around her. Yato also start a program to take the book into the prison, take the book into the prison. So after this program starts, a lot of Chinese prisoner can read the book written by can read in the can read a book in the prison. Some of the books are written by our author Xuemo, and some of the books are the classic books. Okay, so and after this program starts, our author Xuemo answer a lot of phone from the prisoner. Some of them are sharing their reading experience, and some of them we ask our author Xuemo for their confusions, for the confusions, okay? For the confused. Okay, so let's continue to talk about the lady, the main character Yato in this book, Eternal Love. So the hardship transformed her. Okay, once a stubborn, strong woman, she grew soft and compassionate, someone worthy our deepest respect, a true role model for all of us. Okay, okay, John, how about the Chinese food? Okay, so what kind of food do you mean there? So for the pork, is about how much? For the pork is about let's see, it's about 21 kilogram, 21 yuan per kilogram. Yeah, and the bottled waters is about 2 RMB, and the most expensive one is about 7 RMB. Yeah, just from 1 RMB to 7 RMB for the a bottle of the waters, and the bottle of the juice, the orange juice. The orange juice is about a small bottle is about 5 yuan to 3 yuan, 3 yuan to 10 yuan. Yeah. So in China, we don't need too much. We don't need too much. So mm, the giant pain in our life is the mortgage. Okay, the Jews, no. You mean me? I'm Chinese, my friend. I'm Chinese. Yeah. You mean John? You mean John are the Jews? Or the Jews? Hi, my friend. Okay, in part different. No, of course not. Of course not. Yeah. So what do you mean there? What do you mean that? What kind of people? Okay. Thank you so much. You know that in China is the most safety countries in the world, and China are developing so fast. And even in the small cities in Western China, okay, it look like the modern cities. Okay, it looks like the modern cities. Okay, so my friend want to visitate the metro, visitate the metros in New York. Okay, the subways is the subway facilities are becoming older, and in China, the metro in Guangzhou, the metro in Shanghai, the metro in Chengdu, and the metros in a lot of big cities are very new. The velocity is so great. The velocity is so great. And China is so okay. You're from okay, US. What do you mean there? I don't know that. I don't know what you're talking about. US, Russia, and China is bigger than US and Greece and which country? What's the flag of that, my friend? Okay. Impart the red. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Yeah. So in China, we don't need to pay so much for our life. Okay. So if we cook the food at home, so we don't need to cost so much. Yeah. And also the giant pay in our life that is okay. Got that. Europe. Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Israel. Yeah. Okay. That's some kind of politic problems right here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So, have you subscribed our channel? Yeah, have you ever subscribed our channel? Impart the red. So, impart the red, where are you from? Where are you from, my friend? So let's continue talk about the book. Let's continue talk about the book. New York City. Or you're from New York City. And this book, our author summer, The Eternal Love, just got the New York City Big Book Award 2025. Okay, this book, Eternal Love. New York City Big Book Award 2025. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue to talk about the book, Eternal Love. Eternal Love, yeah. So what carried Yato through? First, her faith, something that anchored her when the world felt unsteady. But it was the suffering itself that forced her into something stronger. Yeah, it didn't break her; it refined her, like the fire turning rough into shining metals. So, imperfect, okay, imparted. So have you ever read a book written by our author Xuemo? So a lot of Mr. Xuemo's reader they will donate the book to the restaurant to the eternal yeah eternal love, not eternal life. Okay, that's amazing grace. We love because He loved us first. Yeah. So this book is about the eternal love, eternal love. So, and this book is about a dying woman who got a tongue cancer. And then under the guidance by our author Xuemo, okay, she lived for more 4 years, and the doctor says she only have 2 or 3 months left to live. Okay. So I'm going to sharing you the story when the first time Yato called to our author Xuemo. Yeah. So when Yato was diagnosed by the doctor that's got a tongue cancer, uh, yeah, yeah. You know that in our author's opinion, our author was always talking about the love and the wisdom. and the mothership, and also love and wisdom. That's the most important. Okay, a lot of mother, uh, they in nature they will love. The Chinese love didn't like Chinese. The so okay, John. Actually, a lot of my friends are from US. A lot of my friends are from US. A lot of my friends are from Canada. So, okay, I love the people anywhere, all the sense of beings, just like our author Xuemo do that. Our author Xuemo said that all his writing, he just want to beneficial to the world. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got that. So you also work in New York City in part. Okay, may I know your name, please? In part different. Deport. Yeah. Hong Kong MP. Nice to meet you. Hong Kong MP 7 fan. Nice to meet you. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. Okay, the Vatu honor. Honor, nice to meet you. Scott. Okay, you're Scott. Scott Fly, nice to meet you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so your name is Hong Kong MP7 fan. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm Chinese. My name is Louis. Okay, Louis Liu. Okay, Louis Liu. Yeah, yeah. So I'm from Western China. I'm from Western China. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, let's continue to talk about the book. Hey, let's continue to talk about the book, okay? That and this book teach us a powerful truth that suffering. Yeah, I'm Chinese. Cloud gaming. Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Chinese. Yeah. So I take the live sessions in Western China in Xuemo Academy. So Xuemo Academy is very near the Gobi Deserts in Western China. Yeah. So here we have a okay, yeah, we have to, how to say that? The attachment, we have to release our attachment, yeah? We have to got the selflessness, yeah? Beijing, Shanghai, which city? No, not in Beijing, Shanghai. So, oh, yeah. Wow, really? Um, 4 years ago, I was work in Guangzhou. I was work in Guangzhou. Now I was work in our Autonomous hometown. Okay, yeah, I was work in our Autonomous hometown, Wuwei City, Gansu province. Do you know the Dunhuang, the Mogao grottos, the Mogao grottos? Wow, today is the celebration day. Wow, that's the birthday of the US today. Wow, that's great. Okay, so so will you have a day off? Yeah, I got that today. In China, yeah, today is also July the 4th. So you're the morning right now. It's about 7 a.m. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Okay, juice. Choose the teenage. Okay, let's see. Okay, some teenagers that some young people, the young people, they just want to, how to say that? Okay, they're chasing the beauty, the beautiful things. That's not wrong. Okay, but if they're, yeah, I'm Chinese. I'm Chinese. Okay, wood box. Okay, nice to meet you. Yeah. So all the people love the pretty things. Okay, even though me. Okay, wow, really? Waffle. Okay, waffle. Okay, what is the little Paris? I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that. Okay. Okay, let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, so and this story, eternal love, teach us a powerful truth. Suffering isn't the enemy. What truly terrifying is giving up when adversity hits. When adversity hits, is letting hardship push us to into retreat instead of leaning into it and growing through it. Really, cloud gaming? Yeah, I don't know that. So let's talk about the literature, okay? Not the politic, okay? Not the politics, okay? Yeah. So think about it. No matter who we are, no matter if we have faith, freedom and religions that a card. Yeah, yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay. Uh, yeah, that's the political. Okay, so that's not so good to talk about the politicals right here. Okay, yeah, that's the Independent Days. Okay, July 4th. I know that. I know that. I know that. So let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, my friend. Now talk about the literature. Okay, let's talk about the literatures right here. Okay, my friend Scott. Okay, hey, Alina, nice to meet you. Alina, nice to meet you. Alina, even new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel, okay? Hi, C SCO Soy, Kashoy, nice to meet you. Kashoy, nice to meet you. Okay, long life China. Okay, so are you Chinese, my friend? Are you Chinese, my friend? Yeah. Are you Chinese, my friend? Yeah. Okay, can you imagine that? One of my friend, he was studying, he's getting his PhD degree in China. Yeah, nice to meet you. Okay, okay, Alina, nice to meet you. Okay, Grace, yeah, Grace, I remember you. Thank you. Really? Yeah, cheer as hell. Yeah. Okay, have a nice day. Okay. Okay. Kashoy, nice to meet you. Kashoy, may I know your name, please? So, are your name Kashoy? Yeah, are your name Kashoy? Yeah. So, think about it. No matter who we are, and no matter if we have the faith, no matter if we are chasing the big dreams and taking life one day at a time, suffering a sudden life-altering change will find us. Indian. Oh, you're from India? Yeah, that's great. So I didn't take the cigarette. I drink some beer, okay, and watch the football and just watch the football. Yeah, yeah. I remember you, Grace. Yeah, yeah, Grace. Nice to meet you, Grace. I saw you yesterday. Okay, you're right here yesterday, so I remember you, Grace. Yeah. Okay, and some days the suffering and sudden life-altering change will find us. They're just part of being human. Yeah. But how many of us can face those moments with calm acceptance? So feel right. So feel right. Yeah. Those who can face the hardship head on. Purple. Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay. Yeah, you're right. Scott, you're right. Okay, Max Barnes, nice to meet you. Purpose, actually, no. So, a lot of people, uh, yeah, no, actually, no. Actually, no. Purple. So, okay, a lot of people in China, they believe the Max Barner. So what are you talking about? Okay. So let's continue to talk about the book. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Check out the. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got that. Purple. So let's continue to talk about the book. Okay. Let's continue to talk about the book. Okay. Those who can face the hardship head on, they often get swept away by the tides of time, leaving not lasting mark. But those who can stand firm, who embrace the struggle and keep going, they become the star of the era, guiding lives for the others who might be lost in their own life. For some people, the hardship isn't a curse, it's a blessing in disguise, just like the main character in this book, Eternal Love. It is a karmic gift that pushes them to dig deeper. Yeah, I'm Chinese, my friend. Yeah, I'm Chinese, my friend. Purple. Yeah. So, purple fan girl, purple fan girl. So, are you a man or a yeah? Are you a man, a lady? Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're a lady, yeah? Nice to meet you, my friend. Yeah. So, Purple, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Here, I'm sharing you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo, yeah? So, you're a lady right here, okay? Nice to meet you, madam. So, I don't know how could I call you, madam, a girl, okay? A purple, yeah? So, for some people, the hardship isn't a curse. Yeah, Austin. Yeah, you know that? Happy 4th of the July, the independent days of the US. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, Purple, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Okay, let's talk about the book, about the books written by Chinese author Xuemo. So as far as you know, our author Xuemo are written more than 80 titles and over 300 editions. Hi, Alice. Alice, Alice, nice to meet you, Alice. Okay, so let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, for some people, the hardship isn't a curse; it's a blessing in disguise. It's a karmic gift that pushes them to dig deeper, to discover the strengths they never knew they had, and to live a life of greater purpose. So I'm here to share you this story, not to make you feel sad, but to remind you whether you are going tough right now. So, or you know someone who is. You mean I'm wearing the sandals? No, I'm wearing a sneaker. I'm wearing a sneaker. So when I go to you know that when I was living in the near the on the beach, yeah. So I was always wearing the sandals when I was in my hometown. It's extremely hot in my hometown, yeah. So now in China, when I was living in Western China, I'm wearing the sandals, not the sandal sneakers. That's no. In your home? No, I'm not in my home. Okay, so I'm here in Xuemo Academy. Our author Xuemo's Academy right here. Yeah, Xuemo Academy. Yeah, can you see the background behind me? This gentleman is actually our author Xuemo. This gentleman is actually our author Xuemo. Yeah. So, do you know why our author Xuemo built an academy in Western China near the Gobi Desert? Just because this is our author Xuemo's hometown. Okay, so okay, see you. Have a nice day, Purple. Yeah. Have a nice day. Okay. So let's continue to talk about the book. Okay. Let's continue to talk about the book. Okay. Yato's story isn't just about one woman's fight. This book is about what we are all capable of when we choose to keep going. So whatever you are facing today, remember you're stronger than you think, and sometimes the hardest chapter of our life become the one that define us in the best way. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book, okay? Whether you're hi, my friend, welcome in, okay? If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Whether you're here from US, Europe, or South America, I'm so happy you took a minute off of your busy days to hang with me today. Let's start with the questions. Uh, what are you doing? What were you doing yesterday and the stream? So after the live session, I will do some reading. I will do some reading. So every day I have do some reading and take the notes. Okay, and the reading notes every day. Every day we have to do some read this book, Beyond Emptiness, and take the notes. Okay, and also do the meditations, do some meditations. Yeah. So that's after the live sessions. How about you, Grace? How about you? How about you? And sometimes I will write the essays. Okay, and what happens today? And you know that I also taking the writing course. Hi, Levin. Lavender girl, nice to meet you. Okay, this is Louis from Western China. Okay, I'm here to share you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo. This is the picture of our author Xuemo. Yeah. So let's continue talk about the book. Okay, Lavender girl. So if you're in Asia, so you can go to Singapore. Our author was invited to take the lecture in the Singapore University. Okay, and there are about 7 days, 7 days lectures in Singapore. Okay, from Monday, yeah. Okay, that's July 6th, the 6th July, yeah. Okay, happy July 4th. Okay, Lavender girl, nice to meet you. The book is Eternal Love. Eternal Love, this book is about a girl, a dying girl who got a tongue cancer. And then the doctor says she only have 2 or 3 months left to live. And the doctor says she only have 2 or 3 months left to live. But under the guidance by our author Xuemo, she lived for more 4 years. So, have you ever had one of those moments where the life felt like it throwing every bad things at you at once? Like you get a scary doctor's note, or a relationship falls apart, or you just wake up feeling totally hopeless. If that's ever been you, yeah, do a yes in the chat right now because that's exactly where our main character Yato starts in Eternal Love, written by Chinese author Xuemo. And this book is about Yato, the main character Yato, and her story. Okay, it's about the letter between our author Xuemo and the main character Yato. So this book is gonna change how you see pain. Really? Okay, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. So that's a tough period in your life. So how can you get rid of that tough periods in your life? Okay, how can you get rid of the tough periods in your life, my friend? Lavender girl. Yeah, I remember you. I remember you. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah. Uh, the old school, okay? So you just like you come back to become a pupil again. That's so great. That's a good memories, okay? So I just want to go back to become a pupil again. Okay, for me, Grace. Oh, we like to drink the tea. So I made the tea by myself, the black tea. So our author Xuemo love the green tea, but I don't. I love the green tea, but when I drink the green tea, I will feel that hungry. Okay, when I drink the green tea. So in China, you love the black tea, yeah? Okay, that's great. I also love the black tea. Yeah, I'm Chinese, my friend. I'm Chinese. Okay, from Western China. From Western China, yeah. Okay, so sometimes when we drink the green tea, we have to eat some dim sum together with the green tea. So the black tea that's okay for me. Okay, so sometimes you know that our autism wake up about 4 a.m. 4 a.m. So and our autism will do the live sessions in China in a Chinese Tamil from 5 to 5:30 a.m. And then we have to take the live sessions of our autism more. So we have to take the notes of our autism live sessions. So we have to wake up about before 5 a.m. So sometimes when I feel sleepy, I will drink the black coffee. Okay? Hi, Sandy's nice to meet you. Sadie's nice to meet you. Yeah, that is nice to meet you. That is male. Okay. That is male. That is male. Okay. Your name is That is male. Nice to meet you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So where are you from? That is male. That is male. Where are you from, my friend? Okay, let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, let's continue to talk about the book. And this book is gonna change how you see pain, love, and even life itself. First, let me set the scene. So you're right here with Yato. Okay, you also drink some black tea. So do you know that our autism didn't drink the black tea? Okay, to keep him clear, to keep his mind clear. Do you know what do our autism did? What does our autism do? Okay, so in about when our autism was about 19 years old, you know that that is a sleepy age of the that's the sleepy age for the boy for 19 years old boy. Okay, so our autism will wake up 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Okay, and then how can a sleepy boy wake up at 3 a.m.? So our autism will drink a lot of water before the bedtime. Okay, and then in his dream was our autism was always finding the toilet. Okay, was always finding the toilet and he cannot find that and he wake up. So that is one way our autism force him to wake up at 3 a.m. So when our autism waking up at 3 a.m., it was always sleepy. So he will put some cool waters on his hair, okay, just to make his mind clear. And then even though in the chilly winter, in the cold winter day, so when the cool water pour on our head, so our autosomal hair are become icy. So can you imagine that? So that is so funny. That's so funny story. But that our autosomal just for him to keep his mind clear. Yeah. But for me, I will drink some black coffee. But you know that I didn't eat anything in the morning and only drink the black coffee. And sometimes I got a stomach ache in the morning. Yeah. So that's not so good for our health. Yeah, that's not so good for our health. So let's set the scene. So you're right there with the main character Yato. Yato is a regular woman. She's called God people she love, worry about paying bills just like you and me. And she was 28 years old, 28 years old, killing it in her career, admired by everyone for her big dreams. Then a routine checkup hit her life. in her life, he Yato like a jack, late-stage tongue cancer. The doctor said she only have 2 or 3 months left to live. Can you imagine that? A girl planning her next promotion, the next she's starring at that sentence. Her work crashed. How old am I? So I'm above 40s. Okay, I'm above 40s. Yeah. So and then, can you imagine that? Imagine a girl planning her next promotion. The next is starting at that sentence, a work crash. She's just sitting on the hospital. She's just sitting on the bed in the hospital and cry. Okay, and cries. So Yato just so scared of the cancers happens in her life. She just scared. She just scared of leaving her family, scared of the pain, scared of that her whole life was for nothing. Yeah, that's the dark place this book starts. But I promise you, this book is not a dark book. It's a book about how light finds you, even you cannot see it. Yeah, the book is Eternal Love, written by Chinese spiritual writer and realized being Xuemo. Yeah, look what I've got in my hand. This stunning hardcover of Eternal Love, written by Xuemo. Just feel the cover, okay? Deep violet with rose gold moon and the sun and the stars tangle with the moon. Yeah, isn't it isn't it breathtaking? It is like holding a piece of night sky that got a little light hidden in it. And that design is exactly what this book is about. Light and dark, life and death, despair and love, dancing together forever. Let me tell you, this isn't just a book. It's a story that will reach right into your chest, make you feel and really feel. And the story is according to the true story. It's according to the true story, yeah. So, okay, I know one of the model of the main characters in this book, Eternal Love. One is Yato. She got a tongue cancer, and the doctor says she only have 2 or 3 months left to live, and she live for more 4 years. Another model of the main character is another girl. She got a chest cancer, and under the guardian, when she got a chest cancer, she also got some mental crisis. Okay, she got some serious illness of nervous and worries. Yeah, and another lady lived for more 12 years. Lived for more 12 years. So and that another lady just passed away. Just passed away 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Yeah, and my wife just take care of another lady in this book. Another ladies in this book. Yeah. So in her last 4 days, in her last few days, my wife told me that that's the that's the third chest for the lady. So the chest cancer patient, okay, the chest cancer patient, okay, she cannot sleep, she cannot sleep, she cannot eat anything, she cannot eat anything, okay, okay, that's the but that lady is okay. That lady is a so brave lady. Yeah, she's so brave. Yeah, eternal love. So let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, let's continue to talk about the book. So when Yato diagnosed by the doctor that's got a tongue cancer, she have no idea what to do, and she's just wandering in the street in Guangzhou at that period. That's a dark place. This book starts, and then when Yato check out the phone to share somebody about the bad news of her happened to her. So when Yato take out the phone, okay, she didn't phone to her parents, she didn't phone to her poor husband. Okay. When she check out the phone, that she found that there's nobody that she can share the bad news. Yeah. So, my friends, will you share the bad news when it happened to you to your parents? Yeah. For me, I won't do that. I won't do that. Yeah. Because the bad news only made our parents feel nervous. Okay. Your phone is like this. And then, do you know what happened to the lady? And the lady, she remembered that there is a book in her handbag, and that book is Beyond Emptiness, Beyond Emptiness. And she remembered the day when she go to join a reading corner, and a girl and a lady sent her one book. That book was Beyond Emptiness, written by Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah. So she also remembered the sincere face of that girl. That the lady said, if you have any problems in your life, so you can call our author Xuemo anytime and anywhere. And the lady sent Yato the books written by our author Xuemo, also sent a business card of our author Xuemo. So, and then and then there is a crazy ideas appear in Yato's mind. She want to phone Mr. Xuemo. She want to phone Mr. Xuemo as a stranger and take out the book from her handbag and check out the business card, and she cannot find it. Yeah, experience. Okay, puzzle. Puzzle. Okay, puzzle. Nice to meet you. Okay, you see. So you have to read. You have to read. Yeah, you have to read. So you have to read this book. You have to read this book. Okay, that book is so great. That book is so great. Okay, it can give you the power to get rid of the tough periods in your life. And then Yato find all her handbag, and finally she find her Autonomous business card in the purse. So Enyato phoned to our author Xuemo as a stranger, and she was shaking, okay, and so afraid, and so fear. She was expecting our author to answer the phone, and she was so afraid our author to answer the phone. Yeah. And then after Mr. Xuemo say hello on the other side of the phone, you know, Grace, grape, hi, hi, my friend. Clumby, Clumbarinat. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, Yusi. Nice to meet you. Thank you. So let's continue to talk about the book. Okay. Let's continue to talk about the story. And when our author Shima answered the phone, do you know what happened to Yato? Yato, she couldn't stop for cry. She just cried for half an hour. She just cried for half an hour. Yeah, that's a bird. That bird is that's great. So you can fly in the sky. Okay. So sometimes I was imagine that I can have a wing. I can have a pair of wings that I can fly in the sky. Yeah, eternal love. So you know the book's name. So you can take the book on Amazon, and it's available of the Kindle ebook and the printed versions on Amazon. So now I got a good news for you. On Amazon, they have a big discount today, about 15% off. 15% off. Yeah. So and after that, a pony. Yeah. So you must have a ponytail. Yeah. Rose, Losma. Okay, Losma, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. So, and then, do you know what happened? On the other side of the phone, when Yato just cried for half an hour, yeah, the little pony, yeah, that's great. Okay, and Mr. Shemo just listened for Yato's cry for half an hour. Okay, so imagine that if some people as a stranger phone you and just cry, uh, yeah, yeah, I'm little pony, yeah. So if some people phone you as a stranger and just cry for half an hour, and what will you do, Grace? And what will you do, Grace? Yeah. Oh, I got it. I got it. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Reading the books reduce the stress and remove the anxiety. Hi, Jason. Nice to meet you, Jason. Okay, you're late today. Jason, you're late today. Okay, Jason, you're late today. Nice to meet you. Okay, I'm so glad to see you again, my friend Jason. How's anything? How's anything? Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the story. Okay, imagine that if someone called you as a stranger and after you answer the phone and you would cry for half an hour, and what will you do? And what will you do? Poison berry? Okay. Yeah. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Yeah. Okay, Jason, how's anything? How's anything? So today, a lot of people just told me that today is the Independent Days of the U.S. Yeah, July 4th. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you see, I'm from China. I'm from China, Western China, my friend. Yeah. So I'm here from Malaysia. I know that you're not American. I know that you're not American. A lot of U.S. people come here to say that Happy the July 4th. Malaysia, nice to meet you. Okay, hey, okay, Poison Berry. So you can come to join our Author Shamer's lecture in Singapore. In Singapore, from July 6th to July 12th. Yeah, to July 12th. You're only 10 years old. Yeah, that's great. So a lot of little girl, a lot of people are reading our autonomous book. So one girl, she's from US. She read Into the Desert and the Love Letters from the Goddess, and also read this book, Eternal Love. Yeah. So my occupation, my perception. So you see, so I work in Xuemo Academy. I work in Xuemo Academy. Yeah. Yeah. Limit permanence. Identify is the root cause of all terrible things in the earth. Yeah. So, and our author session will just listen for Yato's cry for half an hour. And then after Yato was stopped crying, Yato was stunning and shaking to tell anything happened to our author Shemo. And our author Shemo didn't say it will be okay. Our author Shemo said, let's use this. Let's turn this fear into something else. Okay? Jensen, yeah? Jensen. And our auto streamer said that let's use this, let's turn this fear into something in your life. So, and under the guidance by our author streamer, the main character Yato transform the fear into the inner peace, transform the fear into the inner balance. And our author streamer, you know that Mr. Streamer was from Gansu province, and our author streamer speak the Mandarin with the Gansu dialect, with the Gansu accents. So our author streamer, he was so afraid that his action will misunderstand Yato, and then our author streamer sent Yato a text message. So that text message is actually the guidance by our author streamer for the spiritual training. Okay, for the spiritual training. So, and the text message is just like that. Replace all your thoughts with your fear, mind, and emotions. When we pay attention to our fear, we see the fear is empty, with no real substance. At times like this, we don't sense the external world of ourselves. So you want your vision to go to Australia? Yeah, that is a nice dream. That's a nice dream. So when you're growing up, when you're growing older, so you can study in Australia and also can take a job in Australia. So a lot of people, a lot of my friends, and they also live in Australia. Yeah. Mm, about 5 years ago, little pony, little pony. Oh, yeah, Louis. Yeah. So you love that show? You love that show? Really? Wow, that's so great. That's so great. So you can predict by the cards. You can predict by the card. Yeah. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay. Sometimes in China, yeah, that's a very good method. That's a very good method to predict the future. And then in China, there's also another kind of the how to say that we call that Yi Jing. We call that Yi Jing. Oh, you love the dogs. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that dog. I love that dog too. So actually, I love the Tibetan Mastiff. The Tibetan Mastiff. So we have the white Tibetan Mastiff right here. A very huge Tibetan Mastiff, much bigger than me. Much bigger than me. Okay. So that is a male dog. That's a male dog. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the wow, our back. Jason. The beats. So, uh, can you imagine that a lot of Korean TV series are, are taking a show in China. So, and a lot of Chinese people take the foods up from Korea. That's so boring. Yeah. And then, can you imagine that some people just eat the roast chicken with the beer? That is according to the TV series from Korea. So that's some kind of the cultures, Korean cultures import to China through the TV series. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the pool. Okay, let's continue to talk about the pool. So and our author streamer sent the text message. Wow, I don't know that. I don't know that. So, which city are you in? My little pony, little pony. Which city are you in? Really? I don't know that. I don't know that. Jason. So you research so much of the beats, okay? BTS, the BTS, okay? So am I older that I know nothing about the BTS? Okay, I know nothing about that. You mean me or Jason? Jason, Little Pony, who? Okay, which place are you in? You mean Jason or me? So let's continue to talk about the text message from our author Xuemo, okay? Okay, that's the guardian by our author Xuemo to Yato, the main character of Yato. Replace all your thoughts with a peaceful mind and emotions. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. So, Little Pony, are you ethnically Chinese or you're native Malaysia? Are you a native Malaysia or ethnic native Chinese? So you know that a lot of people immigrant from China to Malaysia. Uh, Actually, so in China, that's why China is the most safety country in the world. Yeah, and also we didn't do something crime. Yeah, we didn't do something illegal. Yeah, so that's why China is the most safety countries in the world. So during the midnight, we can go out of this to eat the to eat some porridges, to eat some barbecue, to eat some just something the fire rice and the fire noodles during the midnight. Yeah. So mm so so in some of the Western countries, okay, the Chinese Malaysia, okay, yeah, okay, got that. Yeah, you're right. Oh, Austin, that's great. Your father, okay, teaching English. Yeah. So a lot of foreign teachers in China, a lot of foreign teachers in China, some of them are the teacher, are the professor in the college, and some of them are the teachers of the training school. A lot of Chinese training school right here. Okay. Poison berry. Okay, berry. I have to go. I have to go. Okay, poison berry. Have you ever subscribed our channel? Yeah. So if you don't, just subscribe our channel. Okay. Poison berry. I have to go. Stay faith. Done. Okay. See you. Okay. Have a nice day. I have to go. Okay. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Yeah. Wish all of you have a nice day. Okay. Goodbye, my friend. See you.